Hello everyone. Today in this video I want to show on how to um, build an synchronous irregular counter by using several type of flip-flops, by using different type of flip-flops. So before we build our irregular counter, first we need to decide what kind of sequence we want to use on our counter. So first of all, we decided to use, in this example, we decided to use the 0, 6, 4, 2 sequence. So 0 to 6, 6 to 4, 4 to 2, and 2 go back to 0. We will be using these sequences for our counter. So after deciding our sequences, we build a table, we write down the present states 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. And then we decide our next state. How to decide our next state? For example, first we turn from 0 to 6, and it is from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 0. So the present state is 0, 0, 0, and its next state is 1, 1, 0. And then from 1, 1, 0, we go to 100, 1, 0, 0, 0. So 1, 1, 0 to 1, 0, 0. And then you do for the others too. After deciding the next states, we will going to decide. We're going to determine the inputs of the flip-flops. Okay, so how to determine it? First, you need the excitation table. Here you can see the excitation table, and we are using D flip-flop in this example, so we refer to the D flip-flop. Okay, so for D1, we only refer to the first column, and D2, we refer to the second column, and D3 is the third column. So let us do an example with D1. So D1, for the first one, you see the first column of the present state is 0, and then the next state is 1. So you check the excitation table, you see the present state is 0 here, and the second state is 1. So your input is 1. So you write here 1. Alright. And then for the second one, 0, 0, 1, 2, x, x, x. So it's not here. So you also put an x here. So for the third example, for the third sequences, 0, 1, 0, you see, we see the first column, 0, and then we see the next state, 0. 0 to 0, we check here, 0 to 0 is 0. So we write here 0. So we do the same for all the others inputs, and then we can determine every input of the D flip-flop. Then after that, we do the care map. Okay, we do the care map. So because we have 3 D flip-flop here, so we're gonna use to do 3 care map. So for the first one, the care map for D1, we see here. Okay, we write the Q1, Q2, and the Q3. Okay, so this is the Q1, Q2, and Q3. So you build the care map, and then you see only the present state. Okay, but when building the care map, we only see the present state. We did not see the next state, just see the present state. Okay, first 0, 0, 0. The input of D1 is 1, so 0, 0, 0. The input is 1. So for the sequence, for the third sequence, 0, 1, 0 is 0. So 0, 1, 0 is 0. And then you do for the other one. If the result you get is X, like this, X, and then you write X. And then we group together the high input. 1 with X can be grouped together. So we group together. The yellow color means we group it together. Okay. And then we can, by building this care map, by referring to this care map, we can find out our Boolean expression. When you see this, 1x, okay, this is the Q3 is 0, 1, so we can ignore it. And then the Q1 and Q2 here didn't change, so we need to see about it. And then you see this is 0, so it's Q1 bar and Q2 bar. And for this one, okay, Q3 is 0 to 1, it changed, so we can ignore it. But Q1 and Q2 didn't change, so we see it. And the input is high input, so it's Q1, Q2. For the separate group, okay, we use the plus sign. So from this K-map, we can see the Boolean expression is Q1, Q2 plus with Q1 bar and Q2 bar. So this is the Boolean expression. And then we do the same for the other K-maps. Then this is our result. D1 equals to Q1 bar, Q2 bar plus Q1, Q2. D2 equals to Q2 bar. And D3 equals to 0 because you can't group anything here. Okay, and this 1x, Q3 changes, ignore. And Q1 here, here, and here, it changes, so ignore Q1. So we see Q2, it doesn't change. And then it is low input, so Q2 bar. So D2 equals to Q2 bar. So after we done our K-map, after we determine our Boolean expression, we can start building our circuit here. So this is our circuit for the D flip-flop irregular counter. Synchronous, okay? It is synchronous. So first of all, okay, this U6 is actually Q1, this one is Q2, and this one is Q3. So we see here D1 equals to Q1 bar, Q2 bar, Q1, Q2. So D1, we see D1, okay, D1 is equals to, so here we have two AND gates because it's here, it's multiple, so we have two AND gate. Okay, one we combine Q1 bar and Q2 bar, and the second one we combine with Q1 and Q1 and Q2, and then we combine these two with an OR gate because there's a plus here, so this is an OR gate, and then we connect this OR gate to the D of the Q1, and then Q2 and then D2 is equals to Q2 bar, so we connect D2, this is D2 to Q2 bar, this one, Q2 to D2. And then D3 is equal to 0, so we don't need to connect anything for D3. So this is basically how you build the irregular counter. It's very easy if you have the Boolean expression. Okay, so now we can simulate our circuit. Okay, so if you go from 0, 6, 4, and then 2, and then repeat everything. So 0, 6, 4, 2, 0, 6, 4, 2, and then 0, and then go back again. So this is basically how you build a synchronous irregular counter by using flip-flops. Okay,